Hi, I'm Brooke Gordon, and welcome back to the History Channel. Today we have a special segment for you on alcoholism and how it's changed over time. If you didn't know, alcoholism is the dependency or addiction of the consumption of alcoholic beverages. There are many differences between alcoholism during the Industrial Revolution and present day. Let's take a look back at where it all started.
I can't believe I don't have a job.
Me neither. All those little twats out there are taking our jobs. I mean, my 8-year-old son is the one supporting our family right now.
My daughter's getting sick from all that bloody rubbish in the coal mines.
Well, here's to round 100.
Look at this town! Trash everywhere! People everywhere! Crime everywhere! I'm sick and tired of it.
I know, it makes me feel so hopeless. But at least we have these nice drinks to keep us company.
Here's to round 108.
I feel like my husband's never even home. He spends all his time at the pub.
Tell me about it. The little money that my child makes to the factory goes to him so he can have a drink.
Yeah, and even when he's around, he's so distant. And we're about to have a baby.
I wish my family was what it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I just wish there was something that could help them with this problem. I can't believe we only get 10 minutes of free time a week. I'm so tired. We've been working all day.
Tell me about it. When I'm in those factories and in those coal mines, I'm coughing all the time, I get sick so easily, my back hurts. I just feel so weak.
And even though our parents can't get jobs, why do we have to support our families? We're only 8.
I know, my mom is paying attention to the newborn that she can't even support, and my dad's out and around all the time, like he doesn't even have a job. He's totally useless.
I just wish we could do something to feel more like kids again.
Wow, what a trip. That was a lot. Can you imagine having all those consequences but not being able to get treatment to help you or your family? Let's take a look at the present day and see how it affects us today.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Sunshine Rehabilitation Center. How may I help you?
I have an appointment for my sister at 3:30.
All right, let me check on that. What's her name?
Her name's Kelsey.
We'll be with you in just a few minutes. Would you please take a seat in our waiting room?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Allie Campo, we're ready for you.
Oh, coming.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So we like to start our consultations with a little bit of information about alcoholism and how it affects teens and adults in their daily lives. So is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
For example, alcoholism can be genetic. So whether if your parents or your grandparents or aunts and uncles are affected and have alcoholism, it is very likely that children or relatives can also have alcoholism.
Yeah.
And also, alcoholism can last years or a lifetime. Rehabilitation does help, but the person affected needs to work at keeping themselves clean without and abstaining from the alcohol. So kids is generally in teens, we see they get bored, they want to step out from their family, from their parents and all the restriction, or they also want to fit in, caused from peer pressure from peers in college and in high school, that they kind of lean towards drinking.
Yeah.
Also for teens, drinking when your brain is underdeveloped can lead to brain complications later in life when you're older as an adult. And the younger you drink, the more prone you are to becoming addicted and having to end up in these kinds of situations. So now I'd like to ask you a few questions. Has anyone in your family besides your sister been affected by alcohol?
Yeah. Our dad was an alcoholic, and I feel like she was influenced by him a lot. She's 18 years old. She's only a freshman in college, and she was really close to my dad.
Okay. Also, how does she act around you and your family and her friends?
Irritable, grumpy, just angry. I'm her own sister, and she's like snapping at me, saying I'm not there for her, you don't understand me. And then she goes to my mom, she'll do the same thing. And my mom, she went through her depression stage because the things we had to go through with my dad. And my dad tries to help her, and she's just like, I'm not like you. And then even her close friends comes up to me, and they're like, hey, your sister, maybe you need to talk to her. She's drinking a lot, she's partying a lot, it's affecting her schoolwork. And she has other friends, but they're like, hey, let's go to a party. And it's can't take her out of college.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do is inform her about the consequences I told you about before, and also these health consequences that can be experienced when drinking, such as drinking can lead to cancer, blackouts, fatigue, birth defects if pregnant, heart damage, and many other health problems that we can talk about later. I'd also like you to bring your sister with you for the next appointment, and the three of us can have a conversation and try to work this out.
Okay, sounds perfect. Thank you.
Wow, that trip was much different. Although there are many similarities, such as the family struggling, there are obviously many more differences. For one, mostly middle-aged men back then were the ones getting drunk and going out, and the children were providing for their families. Now, you don't see children working, you see the teenagers going out to parties and getting drunk with their friends. And it doesn't even have to be mostly middle-aged men. It can be any age or gender. Thank you for watching this episode of How Alcoholism Has Changed Over Time. Tune in next time on the History Channel.